I'm in my light right now. This is my Jordan year. I mean that. You know, this is my year. There's so much going on, so many blessings, so many great things. This is at a point in my career where there's not a lot of people telling me no, and everything's wide open.
Most people after a breakup are like, I'm gonna get in better shape. But I was already in Creed shape. So I had to be like, all right, I guess I'll learn a new language. Anyway, estoy en raya.
The guy is not a representative. He is genuinely who he looks like he is, and he's
Hello there, fam. Looks like more and more people are saying their piece on this drama surrounding Steve Harvey's family life. What do we expect anyway? You guys, even Michael B. Jordan is joining in on the conversation. But why is he getting involved here? What is his deal? And why does he believe that Steve Harvey is agreeing to be Marjorie's puppet? This comedian and TV host is a household name, making lots of people and fans interested in his family matters. But in this case, things are not looking good because there are always new revelations about the possibility that he is just following whatever Marjorie is telling him to do. This makes him more adorable to some, but others are calling out Marjorie for trying to make everything look perfect when things are actually more chaotic right now. But hold up, if you're wondering why Michael B. Jordan is getting entangled in the family mess, then did you all forget that he dated Lori? Yes, Lori, the favorite child of Steve Harvey, the one that the other biological children of Steve are getting jealous of because she's the most favorite of them all? We will talk about that later on, but let us first focus on what happened in the past few days in the Harvey family. So, many of you probably heard about the cheating issues. Both Steve and his wife Marjorie have been in the spotlight after fans started speculating that Marjorie is being unfaithful and is fooling around with Steve's bodyguard. Since then, more and more rumors started to go around. But not only that, but interesting details from their past marriages are suddenly resurfacing as well. Moreover, because of this relationship mess, people are starting to question why Steve is so keen on giving relationship advice when his own marriage is now in shambles. Chances are he is only trying to uphold his brand and reputation, but in reality, what they have is not as perfect as they want it to be.
like mother, like daughter. Well, Steve don't deserve this, honestly. So Steve's wife is...
Articles like this and more talked about how Marjorie has always been after Steve's money from the get-go. We all know how Steve adores and praises Marjorie on national TV all the time. It looks like he is so in love with her that he overlooked a lot of things about her, including her loyalty and attitude. As I've mentioned, Marjorie is now accused of having an affair with Steve's bodyguard. But that is not the end of it, because apparently Marjorie is not done after playing with the bodyguard, so she cheated for the second time. And this time it was with Steve's personal chef. To make things more interesting, Big Boom Freeman, Steve Harvey's bodyguard, was also the same man who helped the couple to reconnect. For those who do not know, Steve and Marjorie have known each other since the 90s. Steve was immediately attracted to her ever since their first meeting. But I guess the feeling was not mutual at that time, because Steve was still yet to be famous and was still struggling to make a name for himself in the industry, whereas Marjorie is already used to being spoiled by her man. Having been linked to a drug lord, her first husband was Jim Townsend. It is only a given that she was able to have the luxurious life that she wants. And, well, look at her now, continuously living that kind of lifestyle because Steve can finally give it to her. That is why when the chance came and they were able to meet up again through Freeman, Marjorie took the chance and entertained Steve the second time around that he showed interest in her. Steve talked about this before. According to him, he told me, "Look, the only time I've ever seen you happy was when you were with that woman Marjorie. Now before you go and do something stupid and marry another woman, I'm calling her." This had fans thinking that throughout those years, Marjorie and Steve's bodyguard kept in touch. So does this mean that they are much closer than Steve expected them to be? Allegedly, different sources that are revealing things about Marjorie are people close to Michael B. Jordan. I told you guys, people are picking on Marjorie's past marriages. Oh, by the way, when her first husband got arrested, Marjorie was also investigated by the FBI. Though they never found anything to link her to her then husband's illegal activities, she was still very questionable back then because of her relation to Townsend. What is worse is the fact that her second husband was just like Townsend. Not a lot of details were shared about what went down between Marjorie and Darnell Woods because both were quiet about their divorce. But yes, you see, she was associated with men who were illegal substance dealers. I mean, not once, but twice. Anyway, Lori was said to be Darnell's daughter with Marjorie. She never talked about the father of Lori, but as we all know by now, she was also adopted by Steve Harvey. He even gave Marjorie's children his last name, Harvey.
Our seats were right here at the front, right by the stage. So we were sitting here. The stage was here. So he's just quiet. He just keeps staring at me. So I'm waiting on him to make me a part of the show so we can get on with the show. So he stayed quiet so long, staring at me. Now everybody in the club is looking at me. And so he finally realized, okay, I got to say something. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know who this is, but I'm going to marry her."
As for Marjorie and Steve's relationship and how they met, they have talked about it multiple times already. That was so sweet of Steve, and ever since the first time he saw her, he knew that she was the woman for him. But Marjorie does not agree that time because he was not yet as popular now. But hey, Marjorie's past is not the only thing that fans are scrutinizing, because even Steve's past relationships have also been messy.
When I think about how quickly he moved forward from me to Marjorie, that was disturbing.
Remember her? Mary, the second wife of Steve? Well, let us just say that they did not end on a good note. Mary had accused Steve of cheating on her multiple times back then when they were still processing their divorce. Also, she did not stop there because she even claimed that one of the girls that Steve fooled around with was Marjorie. Couldn't they wait? But guys, it takes two to tango, right? So Steve might have been a little too playful, but fans are saying that Marjorie was in it too, that it is possible that she had it all planned out to have Steve all to herself. She probably realized how deeply interested Steve was to her, that is why she did that. Many even speculated that Marjorie manipulated Steve to make him say that Mary was the bad guy in the story and that every accusation of hers was a lie.
I know that as a mother, if I was ever in a position to where I had to be in charge of somebody else's child, I definitely make sure they have a great relationship with that child. But I just don't see how Marjorie, in particular, can call herself a mother to her own children and deliberately try to sabotage my relationship with my son.
She was not the only one who had problems with Marjorie, may I remind you all. Really, we will never know how these people really behave behind the cameras. So now let us talk about Steve's relationship with the kids. He has always been so focused on Lori more than his own kids. It is not surprising actually, because who else could be behind this? Of course, it was all Marjorie's plan to make her children Steve's priority. It was always Marjorie's children with Steve on vacations and picture-perfect family pictures.
I didn't really have my dad full-time into my life until I was 16, right?
Come on, even though Steve made up with Broderick, he should still be a little more sensitive when it comes to his biological children.
Me on one of our annual father-daughter dates in my favorite Japanese restaurant, and you just started talking to me about guys, and you just told me that you always supported me and you'd always be there for me no matter what, and you loved me unconditionally.
Lucky Lori, she always had fun times with Steve. Also, he is always so protective of her, When Lori and Michael B. Jordan called it quits, Steve was immediately to the rescue and threw shade on Michael B. Jordan. Insiders close to Michael are claiming that he has always been doubtful that Marjorie and Steve are being genuine with what they put out on TV and on social media. It is always so easy to fake things online. Also, fans are saying that Marjorie never really liked Michael B. Jordan for her daughter to begin with. But yeah, at the end of the day, both Steve and Marjorie are being put under the microscope for their questionable pasts. What Steve did to his past partners is probably backfiring on him now. On the other hand, if Marjorie really used Steve to continuously live a lavish lifestyle, then this must also be her karma. The cheating issue is just the beginning, because now that it is out there, we can expect more people to be entangled with this mess in the coming days. So fam, will Steve ever address the cheating rumors about his wife? Or will they try harder to make it look like everything is perfect and well between them? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Spill that tea. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button if you're living for this whirlwind of drama. Subscribe so you never miss a moment of celebrity scoop, and prepare yourselves for the next jaw-dropping episode. Until next time, stay fabulous. And now, check out this next story. Bye-bye.